Welcome to New Vision's Echo Tip, episode number 5. Hello, I'm David Ward, the Assistive Technology Instructor for New Vision, located here in Southwest Virginia. Today's Amazon Echo Tip will be focusing on a unique feature, timers. So we'll be talking about timers and how useful those could be. Now, what would you use timers for? Well, one thing that I found it's excellent for is cooking. You slide that pizza into the oven and you got 30 minutes, you can set a timer. Additionally, it can be very useful for things like laundry, things that are in the washing machine or dryer. And you can have multiple timers all going at the same time. And we'll address some of the ways in which you can distinguish those in a future episode. But timers are part of a broader category of tools that are available on the Amazon Echo that are all geared towards helping you remember. And I know I need that because I'm forgetful. So some of the features include alarms, which we've discussed in a previous episode. We've also discussed repeating alarms, and we've discussed reminders, and we've also discussed repeating reminders. And then this last category, which we're now discussing, is timers. So all of these geared towards helping you remember in various different ways. So once again, today's focus is going to be timers. So there are limitations we want to start off by mentioning. One, timers are a lot like alarms. Once they start dinging and going off, they will go off perpetually until you stop them. You could come back 3 days later and they're still going off if you hadn't stopped them. I will also mention a benefit to timers, which is as implied by when I mentioned cooking or doing laundry. You can have multiple timers going at the same time and they won't interfere with each other. So that's a very powerful feature as well. Well, we've reached the part of our episode where it's time for you to press the button on your Amazon Echo that mutes the microphone, because we're going to demonstrate how to do some of these features. And if I say the A-lady's name, your Echo will probably respond, and so we don't want that because that would stop the little tutorial. So find that button on your Amazon Echo. It's got a picture of a microphone on it with a slash through it, and you'll want to press that, and it will make a thump sound, and it will have a red ring across the top if you're using a traditional Echo or Echo Dot. Now, if you're using an Amazon Echo Show or one that has a screen, it will probably put a red bar across the bottom. That tells you that she's no longer listening for her name. The microphones are muted. Okay, so I'll just give you a moment to do that, and then we'll resume. Okay, so now we're ready to go. All right, so let's give this timer feature a try. Alexa, create a timer.
Timer for how long?
5 seconds.
5 seconds, starting now.
All right, so very simple. She should be going off shortly. Alexa, stop. So there you go. She just went off. So very unique, simple feature. Let me show you something else here. Alexa, create a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Now, we can always query the status of our timer. Say you're running around trying to do laundry, but you just slid that lasagna or pizza in the oven. You might be like, how much time do I have to do all these other things? So you could say, Alexa, what's the status of my timer?
You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on your 5-minute timer.
Okay, so that can be very useful too. She can give you that feedback about how much time you have left. All right, so we've seen the real power of timers, but it could get confusing having like 4 different timers all going at once, and you're not really sure which one's for which. So in our next episode, we're going to talk about timers, but timers with labels. So you can attach very specific labels to each timer. That way when they go off, they tell you what they're for. And so that'll be a unique feature we'll discuss next time. So it's time again to turn your microphone on your Echo back on so you can start using it again. And I'm David Ward for New Vision signing off. Thanks for listening. This episode is brought to you by New Vision in connection with a grant from the Foundation for the Roanoke Valley and with the kind use of WVTF Studios. For the newest information and content about what New Vision is doing, please see the website newvisionroa.com. the first three letters of Roanoke.org. That's .org. New Vision is a nonprofit that provides information services and assistive technology training to the visually impaired living in Southwest Virginia. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision.